What's up with it? It's famous Mellow Ho. So, yeah, man. This world right here, but it's plane of existence. I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys. It is very unique and trash. I ain't gonna in that type of way, bro, cause this shit is crazy. So like, right. The woman that got shot, alright. Supposedly she is still alive, right? So the thing about it is though, this is election season. We all gotta remember that. So of course, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some catastrophic events, probably even more. We just see, okay, the shooting that happened with the president. What the fuck did that come from? Nowhere. So obviously, everybody believed that. You think everybody gonna believe this? Okay, but the woman that, you know what I'm saying, got shot, that's a psyop, guys. Like, come on, our emotions, you know what I'm saying? Some words is gonna be said as well, right? For that to get riled up, and now that's all the attention being put on to what is actually going on instead of the real currency, instead of what we're putting our attention to. Okay, so our currency that we're running off of now, right? It's more of a, guess you could say, yang currency. Okay, so we're more focused on what's going on in the external than what actually we're producing from our internal world and our current reality that we have made in our environment, as far as what came out from our internal realm and reality. So in this external realm, everybody is now getting their emotions riled up and involved in what's going on, as far as in this hot, you know, summer of the election season and stuff like that. And this is just the beginning. If y'all didn't know, we actually not even halfway through the year yet. Okay, so let's start off by saying this is Mercury Day, right? And today we need to communicate what we are bringing into reality from our dreams and our beliefs that we are changing, right? So that we are transmuting, I guess you could say, and it's coming through today through our body, right? So what do we also know? That Mercury is nighttime ruled by Virgo. Virgo is dealing with the body, more predicated to Earth, so it's mutable Earth. In that fashion, we're gonna change how our body moves through these situations, and we're gonna use our dreams, moon being in Pisces today, and be able to transmute that emotion that we're creating from our internal realm to show it in an expressive and fun way. Leo, okay, we might be real into our entertainment stage right now, because, you know what I'm saying, stuff is popping off, right? World is changing. Every day is a new day. It's not like your individuality versus the entertainment, business, education, religion, and politics pillars, 5 pillars all together, is going to be set back because of this. But the thing about it is, once you give more of your emotion to that, then what you're already creating in your internal realm, you got to get focused, okay? This is the thing about it. When you're creating something, you have to go through the stages of materializing it and make it into reality. So that's what we're doing. We're expressing our routines and patterns that our dreams are being transmuted through from our emotional connection we're making with them, and we're being seen as right now that in conjunction from actual Saturn and Neptune being dreams in itself, in the realm of reality that we subconsciously go to every night, and when we dream, and bringing it out into our outside life, okay, our social life. Leo being the first social sign of the zodiac, because now you're outside. We're outside now, and shit is going off, all right? Best believe when anything goes into Leo, shit gonna hit the fan, right? So, especially me saying this about our dreams, it's being actually in the physical reality changing. Uranus and Taurus, our values and what we can physically sense in this realm of reality is going to be being rebellious. We're going to be being rebellious because we know that that's what our value is, and our long-term vision in society is going to be with our internal realm, with our subconscious community. We come together, actually make this shit come out and forth into the forefront of the actual 5 pillars being transmuted from our individuality to the external, or what we're going to materialize, and from our maternal realm that we are going to accumulate from what we actually had already been doing from the start of the year, starting the Aries season. So now that we're in Leo season, shit is I'm trying to tell you, this is when the time that right now, since Venus is in Leo too as well, we gotta just love everybody, okay, that actually expresses themselves, no matter if it's good or bad, okay? Attention is attention, and that's energy. You can always transmute that from what the external desires of your internal realm seem to already be like, okay? You can't never not change. You're always going to change, matter of fact. That's the only constant. So, what we can take away from coming off of this full moon and things of that nature, coming off of this, and from Cancer season, Cancer opposing Capricorn in the moon, Capricorn moon, that's Cancer sun opposing the Capricorn moon. That opposition right there led us to physically experiencing something that we emotionally connected to, we physically reacted to it from what we're emotionally connected to, and created in our private life, and coming off of the Cancer sun. And so right after that, opposing Leo sun was Aquarius moon. We associated with that as well, and created an emotion around that association to balance that our power of expression. So we know we're making this happen, right? We're the ones that's making all of this happen. Nothing happens for coincidence. It's all coming from a space of purpose, intent. Everything happens with the intention. And yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this. We're still got Mercury in Leo. We're going to Virgo, but now since emotions are so high, it's gonna be so much stuff that we're gonna have to transmute with our communication and who we communicate with about in our routines and patterns, that it's not gonna be too physical based and too much of non-valuous, left brain matters, as far as the masculine and everything that you can gain, and for your own personal gain and stuff of that nature. It's going to be more of our value. What we're going to be valuing is expressing our ability to be an individual in a routine and patternistic way. When Virgo goes back into when Mercury goes back into Virgo, then we're going to be, after the Mercury retrograde, we're going to be then analyzing what we have came off of from going back into Mercury. Leo will be having to express so much. You gotta balance yourself, so you don't want to express too much. You want to reflect on what you had already been expressing. Therefore, the things that you are going to be expressing is going to be in a healthy way, and if you have planted good seeds, it's going to bear good fruit. So therefore, when we do go back into effect with that and be able to be home with Mercury, Leo's kind of falling in Mercury because of his ego and such. So we're going to see actual, not us worrying, but us putting in work to not worry about this. You see what I'm saying? Making our attention and where our individuality and stuff goes to, is to what we're putting our routines and patterns and our attention to. So as well, coming out of the sun being in Leo, going into the sun being in Virgo as well. So with the Jupiter sextile Saturn in Pisces, Gemini and Pisces, they're gonna have a good relationship right now with us learning how, you see what I'm saying, us building our dreams in reality is actually bringing us a good emotional experience, when a reflection of our experience when it comes to us expressing our passions and motivations and what we got going on with what we're communicating in our environment. Expressing passion and motivation by what we're communicating in developing in our environment, as far as our frequency of what we're creating in our environment, right? Sorry about that. So yeah, over here trying to meet up with my business partner. So, but anyways, yeah, this shit right here, man, is what we gotta be focused on now. It's not the time to be going back on what we even are thinking. We are creating our frequency around what we have already built up in our internal realm through what we had already came from Aries season, our vision, and Taurus season being our value of what we our vibration is from what we brought forth from that vision, and what we can accumulate from our gifts and talents being in that vision, to Gemini, us communicating that with our environment, seeing how we can relate with the political aspect of that side, as far as us, our environment being something that we communicate with and share with our community and our environment that we're creating. You know what I'm saying? As far as this new thing that we're bringing forth and transmuting from our surroundings. So that is a good thing about it. We're going to be emotionally connecting, emotionally reflecting from them for a while now. So for a while to come, I should say. And thing about it is, I don't want to be going through, you know what I'm saying, backtracking. Want to go forward. What you want to do is always learn from your mistakes. So what we could take from this is, as a collective, also we need to not react before we actually put wisdom behind what we're trying to react and respond to. Okay, so with Pluto opposing Leo and stuff, that's going to be in the sun right now. Our actions is going to be kind of like see what I'm saying, opposing to our public transformation of our power and control. So our actions, we're going to be pretty narky, pretty much around this time, probably, you know, even more during the end of Leo season, since that would be the Aries deacon and going into the Virgo deacon of Virgo season. We're having a lot of, since the trines right now have to deal with Aries trining to Leo, we're going to be pretty much expressing our spiritual path and what we, you know what I'm saying, with our actions and how we have fun and enjoy our entertainment with what our spiritual path would have came to be at this current moment, and our destiny as far as our what we can heal and transform and take from our pain and suffering and make it into something that we can actually grow from and see results, bear fruit, good fruit from, plant good seeds from. Coming off of this new moon, you're going to be wanting to do that, because now, not so much as to now that we're coming off of the full moon, not much is too much is to plant seeds, but to reflect on what we have already planted up to this point, like I was saying. So don't worry too much about internalizing and emotionalizing right now. You see what I'm saying? That's already gonna happen naturally. Moon and water and fire and the sun right now. So we're pretty much home right now, and it's, for me too, I can say I'm pretty much home right now in this current transit, because my moon deacon is in the aspect of dreams and bringing forth faith and beliefs and stuff of that nature. So the Pisces deacon, see what I'm saying, or Cancer. So therefore we need to, yes, express, internalize our dreams and emotions that we creating with our dreams during this time. But what we're acting on, it needs to be a upheld expression of our character. We don't want to be seeming like we got something else going on right now besides what we truly expressing ourselves to be. We're on stage right now. We want to be knowing what we're doing and be known for what we're doing. We don't want to be seen as anything else. That's why I said to your bears right now, there's no way, because that means you haven't been authentic all the way up to this point. This is the time that naturally we're going through our thoughts and feelings that we have already been creating. So it's because it's all we're doing the same thing. All we're doing is the same thing. It's not what we're doing. We're doing it infinitely anyways, because this is us. We're every day getting up, putting in work, and making sure the minds is being regulated and the souls is being fulfilled, and these holes in the vibrational awareness of our emotions and our emotions, as far as how we don't know how to feel, is being feeled. It's being we're gaining our feeling back, because right now we're building up to getting to the character. We're not at the character yet. We still going through our wave of coming out of this age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius now. Now we're riding that wave of internalizing as we build with the community. So if your internal is in check, you ain't got to worry about Pluto opposing the sun right now. Okay? Your actions is your actions. Your power and control, and you don't have to worry about that, because all that is going to come from how you express yourself and how you actually balance it, with have mental and a power of balance within yourself will naturally come out into the real world of power and control, as far as your associates, the public, your what you associate with, and the open eye of everyday world events that we go through, and that we're things that we connect with and that we like to just do. Okay, our vision for how we see ourselves is going to be being played out through a balance of power in our expression right now. So right now, you got the power. Realize that when it comes to influencing people to express themselves, influencing people to express how they love, or express some type of fun way that they like to communicate. Okay? You got the power right now to influence people in their spiritual path and their destiny, and as far as when it comes to their ability to lead and stuff of that nature. That's natural leader qualities, is when you're already being the model in itself. So when you take that power of influence and you realize that right now the Jupiter is in Gemini, this is what we're actually creating. We're creating our environment to expand our wisdom and knowledge in it right now. And from what our frequency awareness would be from our thoughts and what we create on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? In our community, in our environment. So from our vision, we're going to be able to, what we personally interested in and personally invested in, is going to be able to be seen as good, as long as you can keep creating that frequency of our community needs to be in a form of fashion of this, in this way of working, instead of seeing this currency as physical, external. Our currency is all coming from our internal natures. Okay, so that's what our main takeaway from this coming off of this full moon pretty much gonna be about. You know what I'm saying? What else can say that pretty much, you know what I'm saying, with your vision, pretty much this is it, opposing your relationships and relatability as far as when it comes to your what you desire about or what you are embarrassed about, or see what I'm saying, have fear about in some form or fashion, or that you're comfortable with and you feel secure within, is going to be where you're going to have to balance your power of your vision. Okay, so it might be a good vision, might be strong, but everybody's not. This ain't for the strong. Like I said before, this is for who is for it. So at the same time, don't cloud yourself in trying to balance so much of what you created in the first place from your actual first emanation of what you birthed out of this year. Don't do that. That's going back. We don't want to backtrack. Like I said, we want to keep creating, okay? Because you're creator of your world, you're creator of your life, and you need to understand this time we're going through, it will pass. Everything is changing. Make sure to acknowledge these aspects, though. And every transit we go through, we're gonna be always emotionally reacting to something. We're gonna always be acting on what we see in our, you see what I'm saying, what we want to express at the moment in transit that we go through in time. So yeah, time ain't linear. Time is it's always going, okay? So that's pretty much it. All I wanted to really make this video is about is the mind and the influence that it has on yourself, okay? And one thing, if you want to take away something from, you know what I'm saying, today, is don't repress your ego and how you express yourself in order to make others feel better. At the end of the day, you're trying to make yourself feel better. So you want to express that, make that your vulnerability, make that your ego, make that what you're already known as from how you receive yourself, because the world doesn't receive you the same way that you receive yourself. The world receives you in the way that the world receives you, and you receive yourself in the way you receive yourself. So it's not no in between. It's one or the other, and that's where the power comes in of how you balance out that situation through what you express, okay? And for the most part, we're doing pretty good this year. As far as a society, we could do better. Mentally, we're doing pretty good this year as far as not paying attention to stuff that we're not creating. We're not responsible for anything that's outside of us, okay? We're only responsible for what we're creating in our internal realm and reciprocating from how we see ourselves, and we're not responsible for how the world sees us at that point, okay? You're either gonna feel us or You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna deal with us. So, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.